Raed Cupido's lawyer described him as a family man, mentor and soccer coach. Cupido, who is from Rondebosch, holds a senior position at Standard Bank. The court also heard that Christopher Carlser from Kensington is employed in a managerial position at Shell Downstream SA. Both have no previous convictions or outstanding warrants. But the state says it has a strong case against the two.
Two shocking investigations. One trusted banker in custody, another cache of weapons threatening entire communities. Welcome to the dual narratives that expose the hidden intersections between privilege and violence in the Western Cape. On June 10, 2025, Cape Town's police anti-gang unit descended on a storage facility on Rowland Street. Inside, they discovered 15 bricks of cocaine, estimated at a staggering 18 million rand, an AK-103 assault rifle, an Uzi Pro machine pistol, 5 semi-automatic 9mm handguns, and 131 rounds of ammunition. That storage unit was linked to 40-year-old Raed Cupido, a Standard Bank marketing manager. Upon search, Cupido reportedly told officers the white brick-shaped substance was cocaine and was immediately arrested. Standard Bank swiftly announced his suspension, citing a strict zero-tolerance policy toward criminal activity, and pledged full cooperation with law enforcement. In court, the state painted a chilling picture. Cupido was described as a first receiver, a crucial link in a suspected transnational cartel operation with ties to Colombian cocaine suppliers. Prosecutors argued the volume of drugs, high-caliber firearms, and intelligence gathered suggest more than a local crime, pointing to organized, international smuggling. Authorities seized 2 iPhones and an Apple Watch from Cupido. Forensic teams are combing through the digital data, believed to be a critical link in uncovering broader criminal networks. But who is Raed Cupido, the man at the center? Born in Westridge, Mitchell's Plain, he rose through corporate ranks, holding senior strategic roles at British American Tobacco, Woolworths, and Philip Morris, traveling extensively. He also owns RADC Transport, a successful fleet services business generating around 160,000 rand per month, and holds property in Rondebosch, Claremont, and Greenpoint, valued at more than 20 million rand. Married to a conveyancing attorney with 2 young children, Cupido described himself as a devoted family man, well-connected in his community, and even a youth soccer coach. His family's planned trip to France was canceled due to his arrest. Cupido's legal team made 2 key court motions. First, to recuse Magistrate Alida Theart, arguing potential bias due to her prior involvement in a related case involving alleged gang leader Ralph Stanfield and businesswoman Nicole Johnson. Despite these claims, the court rejected the motion. Theart noted the issue was whether evidence from the former employee involved could be heard, and what role Cupido expected Johnson to play. Cupido alleges he was pressured by a former employee of Stanfield and Johnson, told to falsely identify them as the owners of the drugs in exchange for his release. He refused. In a subsequent bail application, Cupido argued that Pollsmoor Prison's overcrowded, unsanitary conditions pose a serious health risk, and insisted he posed no flight risk. Having no prior convictions, no outstanding warrants and financial, and community ties, he pleaded for release. The state opposed bail, warning that he had access to significant resources, could tamper with evidence, or even flee. A bail hearing later saw Magistrate Theart deny bail, citing the gravity of the charges and the credible risk factors. Earlier, a former Standard Bank CSR head was arrested for allegedly embezzling 1.2 million rand from a student scholarship trust. These cases point to a growing indictment of internal vulnerabilities in institutions once considered bastions of trust. So, where does this leave us? A high-level bank manager, a cache of drugs and weaponry, forensic probes underway, denied bail, and a legal collision of crime, power, and identity. As the investigation unfolds, the September hearings loom. Will digital forensics provide clarity? Will his denials withstand scrutiny? And what does all this mean for the integrity of South African banks?
A report from the Forensic Science Laboratory verified the substance as cocaine, that being the colloquially used term. It was found compressed inside 15 transparent packages that appeared to be in the original wrapping as received from an original supplier. The cocaine was undiluted and therefore believed to originate from several international drug cartels. I submit that it is rare to discover such pure cocaine, as the drug would usually undergo several stages of being, open quotation, cut, close quotation, and mixed with other substances before distribution and sale.
But in a separate clash against organized crime, Cape Town's criminal landscape delivered another blow, this time aimed squarely at an armed underworld stockpile. On the evening of 3rd March 2025, an intelligence-led joint operation involving the anti-gang unit, crime intelligence, counter-gangs and narcotics, and visible policing executed synchronized raids on storage facilities in Belleville South and Stickland. At the Belleville South unit, officers uncovered an arsenal: 3 AK-47 rifles, 1 R5 assault rifle, another assault rifle, 12 9mm pistols, 3 Uzi submachine guns, 4 shotguns, and 2 revolvers, alongside 50,000 mandrax, tablets, 6 M26 hand grenades, and a large quantity of ammunition. Later that evening, the team raided the Stickland facility and confiscated a package containing 2 kilograms of heroin. A 41-year-old woman and a 47-year-old man were arrested and appeared in Belleville Magistrates Court. They face charges, including illegal possession of firearms, ammunition, drugs, and explosives, with more arrests anticipated as investigations continue. National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola confirmed the cash belonged to a Cape Town-based gang, widely understood to be the Fancy Boys. The raid was hailed as striking at the gang's backbone. Local media described it as a morse blow to the Fancy Boys, a crack in what's often seen as a well-armored crew controlling violent turf takeovers across areas like Lentigeur, Heideveld, and Mannenberg. This wasn't a random cache. It exposed a logistics network, a stash of arms, ammunition, sedatives, and narcotics stored off-site, primed for distribution or deployment. Such cache raids are strategically crucial, but they often trigger adaptive responses from gang hierarchies unless followed by deeper disruption of command networks. We've now seen 2 sides of organized crime. One operating behind the seemingly respectable walls of corporate life, another stored stealthily in unmarked units across the Cape Flats. Both are decisions rooted in networks, people, technology, and access, protecting yet empowering illegal operations. The fight for justice will depend on disrupting those networks, in courtrooms and in hidden storage spaces alike. Thanks for listening. As court dates approach for Raed Cupido and the Fancy Boys suspects, we'll keep you updated. Subscribe, like, and click the bell to follow real-time developments from both worlds, where white-collar meets warehouse stacks in the fight for truth.